Welcome to Fempreneur True Confessions podcast.
Welcome, everyone. It is such a great time of year. I'm Laura, owner of ODAA, and we're here to wish you a happy new year and say hey to goodbye to 2024 with you guys today.
Goodbye 2024. We were talking to somebody earlier. She's like, I would not want to do 2024 over, right? So we hope
Exactly.
you guys had a blessed Christmas. And as we're moving through Hanukkah, happy Hanukkah, right?
Happy
Am I saying
Hanukkah.
it right?
Yeah, Hanukkah.
Or do you have to do the
Well, you
Hanukkah?
can. It's real flimmy.
Hanukkah, and we're on New Year's Eve, right?
Right.
But we made a huge announcement because we're making another announcement today that's big, but the huge announcement was last week. So if you missed it, I'm just saying you need to
Go back there. You gotta
go
go
back
back.
there and listen to that, watch it. We're so excited about 2025 for many reasons, but we ain't
We
gonna
just
tell
got
you.
photobombed by a wet puppy. Apparently, my dog just got a bath. So,
Okay.
we're starting the new year off right.
Yeah, well, we're starting clean anyway. So make sure you go back and listen to that. We ain't telling you. You gotta go. You gotta go back, right? And next week on January 6th, I am doing. I'm presenting, so we won't be doing a live, but we do have a awesome guest recording for you. A new guest that we've never had on before. But I'm doing a presentation for Action Takers Publishing about launching your book and getting it marketed. So if you're a self-published author or you're thinking about writing a book, it's never too soon to start thinking about getting your book into the world and planning and taking action towards that. So I will drop a link in the show notes for you guys if you want to go come check me out on Monday, January 6th for that. And
Yes.
our guest next week is Amy Bobbish. And wow, what a way to start
She,
the year.
yeah. So Amy Babish is a somatic coach and house therapist, feng shui house therapist, with over 20 years of expertise as a mentor, facilitator, licensed psychotherapist, credentialed art therapist, NLP mindset practitioner, intuitive and relationship expert. All of those things.
Right?
And she's devoted her career to helping powerful women unlock the more waiting for them and creating lasting change in themselves. That includes life, work, relationships, lineage, and legacy. She guides global leaders, Fortune 20 executives, entrepreneurs, peace builders, and innovators who know there must be more to connect you to the practical magic of your home and land with humility, pee your pants laughter, and a je ne sais quoi.
I just love saying that. I just love hearing that, right?
Yeah, I love it.
Um, and so, since there's a recording on next week, we
Mm-hmm.
won't have a chance in that recording to announce the following week's guest. So, we wanted to do that today. So, here we are with a 2 week lineup for you, okay?
Yeah.
The guest for the following week is Tammy Nevin. Tammy, I hope I'm saying your name correctly. She founded Happy Soul Wellness to provide affordable wellness products that can be used conveniently at home and on your own schedule. She's driven by the belief that health should be a pleasurable and lifelong journey. Tammy embarked on a mission to make wellness accessible and enjoyable for everyone. And I have a feeling it's going to be a really enjoyable conversation.
Yes, absolutely. So
Yeah.
exciting.
Yes. I'm telling you, I feel so good about 2025. I
Mm-hmm.
really do. And not just because I know what's coming, but I know what's coming,
Yes.
right? Like you can, I mean, can you feel
You
it? Can
feel
you
it.
guys feel
Yeah.
it? If
You
you can
feel the
feel
change.
it, drop a
Yeah.
comment because
Yeah.
I want to know I'm not the only one,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
But we do have another big announcement this week.
Yes.
We just finished the final touches on our new website.
Yes.
We
We're
finally
excited.
have a real website,
Yes.
and we've been working towards this for what feels like forever.
Right.
But we're finally launching.
Actively about a month.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're finally really ready to hit the go live button on there. By the time this episode airs, it will be live. So please, please, please go out there, check out the website ftcpodcast.com and sign up for all the freebies that are there.
Yes.
Hint, hint.
There's a lot.
And for those listening, I was winking. And yeah, so happy new year.
Absolutely. Happy New Year. We do hope that you've had an amazing 2024. You know, we
Yeah.
always start on that or stop on the positive, start on the positive. But we do know we've been here with you guys and we know what it's looked like through this year. And it has been one for the whole group.
Right.
We've
It's
seen a
been one for the
lot of
books.
the full, the full aspect of everyone kind of feeling the effects. So we're excited and we are hoping that your 2024 rings in with a positive, amazing, wonderful bang. No matter how you're doing it this year.
Yeah.
So we always stay quiet.
I was going to
We're
say,
not.
what are you doing for New Year's this year?
We do. We stay quiet. So I try to stay up till midnight, which is usually pretty easy for me now.
Mm-hmm.
My
Mm-hmm.
husband and son, not so much. But um, we always do our black eyed peas every New Year's
Hoppin'
Eve and
John?
2 years. Huh?
Hoppin' John? We called it Hoppin' John.
Yeah, yeah.
Black eyed
But
peas
we
and
do black
rice.
eyed peas and really just quiet night, whether it's watching television or just hanging out,
Yeah.
But we don't party.
Yeah.
So we just bring in the new year.
That was
Usually
never.
it involves candles for me
Yeah.
and probably
Yeah.
tarot.
Yeah. Um, it makes me want to get together and well, so normally the new year I do a write and burn.
Mm-hmm.
So a releasing of whatever maybe was that we healed from or got over or let go, just let go of the crap, let go of the
Mm-hmm.
story, right?
Yeah.
So I like to do a write and burn, and I love to do it in a circle with my friends and family. So that hasn't been happening the past few years, but maybe we can manage it this year. I think it would
Yeah.
be it feels really powerful this year.
It'd be a good
Um,
year for it for sure.
yeah, and to not just to burn, not to write and burn, but also to write down our intentions. So
Mm-hmm.
one really good idea that my sister, I thought of it last year or the year before about writing down a memory like a once a week or every day or whatever from the year, and then at the end
Yeah.
of the year reviewing those and just
Mm-hmm.
being grateful, right?
Yeah.
That gratitude practice. And I think she actually did it, but I don't remember if it was last year or this year. I'll have to ask her because that would be
Mm-hmm.
a really cool thing to reflect on.
Yeah.
I was
Do you
talking to a
have your
lady.
words for 2025 yet?
I don't. I
No,
don't.
I
I
do.
haven't meditated on that yet.
It can't, yeah, a couple of
What's
nights
yours?
ago. So mine are gratitude, grace, and growth. So those three kind of bundled together for me this year coming up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
This was a year of transformation. So my
it really
word for
was.
2024 was transformation, and it it was dead on. It was definitely dead on. There has been so much that has changed in this last year that I'm just like, whoa. And I was reading an article this morning that said, have you stopped to pat yourself on the back?
Mm.
Because we get so busy, we forget to look back and see how much.
Yeah.
We think, oh, it's
Yeah.
not that much because we're always, or we try not to be right, but that comparison, like, well, somebody did all these amazing things this year and I'm only here.
Right.
But I'm not only here. I looked back at what has happened this year and was like, holy shit, I'm here.
Mm.
'Cause,
Mm.
you don't see it coming near as much. So I'm excited for 2025. But
Yeah.
those are my three for the year. So,
That's awesome. I don't remember what my words were for the year. I don't really think I did that this year.
mm,
But I'll tell you what did happen this year was a lot of connection. I had a lot of connection. I connected with a lot of really awesome women.
Yeah.
Um, and my community has grown. My inner circle has even grown. Um, I've strengthened relationships that I had before.
Mm-hmm.
And 2024 has been a real year for that reconnection and strengthening of relationships for me.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Yeah.
and I feel as if I were to have to say, where am I headed? What am I focused on in 2025? It is fully, fully, or more fully living and moving in the belief that I have that I am divinely led,
Mm-hmm.
that I am being guided by a higher power other than myself,
Mm-hmm.
and um, really moving more fully in that knowing, because I have that knowing, but so often in the busyness and loudness of life,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah.
I forget. We forget. We're connected. We're all connected to the divine if we choose to be, I believe. But I think this year's going to be a lot of growth for me in that avenue.
Yeah.
Um, Someone came into my life this week that I think is going to be a really awesome friend and mentor and guide for me.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a complete, very serendipitous meeting.
Yeah.
But we connected immediately and very quickly and openly, and I feel like that's going to be a good connection. But I've been making really good connections
Yeah.
all
Yeah.
year, um, and
We
I
met
think this year.
incredible people on the podcast
Oh
alone.
yeah, oh
And then
yeah,
outside of that, just to keep meeting these amazing business owners and women and mothers and wives and and daughters and all the things, and it's pretty incredible to watch, because I think we're definitely becoming more powerful in who we are as a whole, you know.
yeah. We do meet and greets with potential podcast guests on Fridays, and we're recording this on a Friday.
Yeah.
And one of the guests, we always ask them, have you listened to the podcast? Have you heard any of the podcast? And one of the gals shared how one of the episodes really impacted her.
Mm-hmm.
And um, it really touched our hearts
Yeah.
to hear that. So
Yeah.
I think that this year for the podcast, I feel like we definitely want to encourage people. Please let us hear from you.
Yes.
Yeah, we not just because we want reviews. It's not about that. It's
Mm-hmm.
about, I mean, think about it, knowing you're going in the right direction, knowing that what you're doing and all this effort. I mean, we're passionate about this. We
Yeah.
love doing this. We're not going to stop.
Right.
But it is work.
It is work.
And so it's encouraging when we hear someone say that the podcast was, impacted them, made them think. She said it made me really think and feel less alone. So if any of that applies to you, we would love to hear that. You don't have to leave a review. You could even just shoot us an email. We don't care.
Yeah.
Um, but it would be very encouraging as we move into the new year to hear from our people,
Mm-hmm.
um, and
It helps the
drop us in.
guests too,
Hmm?
because they're nervous and they love to know even themselves. The reviews that come in and they get, for the podcast, but that guest that came in and got vulnerable and told that story, it's good for them to also see it and hear it,
Yeah,
like in a comment or something,
yeah,
where they're
for
like,
sure.
how amazing, because that pushes them to keep going. This is it. It truly is that circle. We are,
Yeah,
you give the encouragement, the next one does it. The one that's been hesitant for the last 2 years on our list, right? Who's finally like, oh my gosh, this person said this, they made an impact, this is what's happening, and let me go ahead and get past whatever I'm fearing and go on
Yeah.
and see who I can impact. Because that's truly what it is. Each person has a different impact on a different person in our audience or peoples
Yeah.
in our audience. And some we resonate with directly, some we don't always. But we're always super supportive. And I think that's part of it is really just getting there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it does help everyone. We're back to that everyone wins.
Yeah. That's an awesome point. That the feedback that you provide isn't just for us, right? It could even be for a total stranger. You know, like if somebody read the comment and thought, "Oh, well, wow, it didn't just resonate with me. There's somebody else that it also that topic or that fear or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
um, it made a positive impact on them. I'm not alone." That's
Yeah.
kind of the point. You guys have heard this before. We just want women to have a place, a platform to tell their stories because our stories are. We all know this. Our stories are powerful,
Yeah.
and nobody owns your story but you.
Exactly.
And as
Yeah.
Anne Lamott says, if the people in your story wanted you to portray them as nice and kind, then they should have acted that way.
Right. Right. Exactly.
It's kind of a threat, okay? Don't be mean to the writer people out there because we will tell on you. I love
You
that.
tell those stories. Well,
Yeah,
thank you. Yeah.
yeah. So, yeah, I think that also, thank you guys all so much for a fabulous year, for being
Yes.
here with us and sharing these episodes and these women's stories with us and
Yeah.
celebrating them and supporting them. Please, please, please get in there and celebrate and support your fellow fempreneurs. Okay?
Absolutely. We love you all and we're excited. We will see you in 2025.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.
I love how our conversations just flow. Like we didn't rehearse any of that shit.